You ever get that feeling of dread when you're about to open your browser next to someone? That split-second panic where you think, please, not those suggestions. If that sounds familiar, this video is for you. Because there's a good chance your brain is being hijacked, and you don't even realize it. Today, we're talking about desexualizing your brain. And no, this isn't about becoming a monk or achieving some kind of purity. This is about getting your life back. See, a lot of people think sexual overstimulation is harmless. It's just a video, just a picture, right? But what we're seeing in therapy clinics, in relationships, and honestly, all over the internet, is a silent epidemic. People are losing their ability to feel pleasure in real life, with real connections and real intimacy. Why? Because the internet has turned sexuality into a form of hyper-stimulated entertainment, and your brain just can't compete. Think about it. When you're scrolling through Instagram or TikTok, the algorithm knows exactly what grabs attention the fastest. Perfect bodies, perfect angles, perfect lighting, perfect filters, perfect fantasies. Your brain sees this, and it clicks a switch. It's a switch that was never designed to be flipped for 100 times a day. And what happens next? You try to focus on your work? Gone. You try to talk to someone you find attractive in real life? It feels awkward. You try to connect with your partner? You feel numb. It's not because you're broken. It's because your brain has been overstimulated into silence. Let me put it another way. Imagine you spend all your time playing a video game where you're a powerful warrior, respected by everyone in your clan. Then you log off and go back to real life, where you feel shy, maybe a little insecure, and no one really knows who you are. Of course you'd rather stay in the game. The exact same thing happens with sexual stimulation. Online, everything is extreme, exaggerated, and totally unrealistic. In real life, people are normal. They have flaws. They're human. And your dopamine-soaked brain looks at this reality and says, this isn't enough. This is why so many people are struggling with real intimacy. It's why couples drift apart. It's why real sex can start to feel boring after years of digital stimulation. It's why you might feel ashamed, frustrated, or just confused about your own desires. And if you feel any of this, trust me, it makes complete sense. You are not alone, and you are not weak. Your brain is simply adapting to the environment you've placed it in. So, what do you do? How do you desexualize your brain enough to actually feel alive again? I'm going to give you a few simple, realistic, and doable steps. First, reduce the intensity, not your entire life. You don't need to quit everything overnight. In fact, that's why most people fail. They try to stop instantly. The real strategy is to lower the intensity. If your brain is used to extreme, exaggerated scenes, start by removing the extremes. Move toward more realistic content. Reduce the frequency, reduce the variety, and reduce the chaos. This alone will start to recalibrate your brain's reward system. Step 2 is to clean your digital environment. Your environment shapes your impulses. If every scroll shows you bodies, curves, skin, and thirst traps, your brain learns that a dopamine hit is just one swipe away. So, start unfollowing accounts that weaponize your impulses. Mute the suggested content that you know will derail you. Curate your feed like your future depends on it because, in a way, it does. Step 3 is to bring your desire back into the real world. Talk to the person you're with. Express your struggles. Vulnerability is what builds connection, and connection is what rebuilds desire. If you don't have a partner, talk to a therapist or someone you trust. Your brain was never meant to fix this kind of problem alone in the dark. Step 4. Rebuild your dopamine sensitivity. Your brain is craving balance. To desexualize it, you don't remove sexuality. You remove the overstimulation. This means focusing on more real-life interactions, more hobbies, more exercise, more meaningful relationships, and more presence in the moment. The more your actual life becomes rewarding, the less your brain will depend on those hypersexual digital rewards. Step 5 is to understand the psychology of the habit. Most people don't actually have a sexual problem. They have a dopamine management problem. Impulses, urges, and cravings are not moral failures. They are neurological feedback loops. Once you understand how these loops work, you can stop being controlled by them. And that brings us to step 6, create a simple behavioral plan. Write this down. When does it usually happen? Where? What are the triggers? What emotion comes right before it? And what is something else you can do for just 10 minutes instead? This simple practice interrupts the automatic cycle. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being aware. And awareness equals control. When you start to follow these steps, something incredible will happen. Your brain will slowly begin to reset. You'll start feeling genuine attraction again. You'll start feeling connection again. You'll start enjoying intimacy again. You'll start wanting real life again. You'll become present, human, and alive. So, a final message. If you feel like this topic hits home, if you've noticed yourself losing interest in real relationships, or if you're just tired of feeling controlled by your impulses, please don't ignore it. Desexualizing your brain isn't about shame. It's about freedom. It's about health. It's about reclaiming the part of you that the internet has overstimulated into dysfunction. If you want to dive deeper into all of this dopamine control, habit cycles, and how to regain mental clarity, let me know in the comments, and I'll create a full breakdown. But for now, just start. Reset your brain, and give yourself back the ability to truly feel again. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.